The S.D.M.G is one of the strongest weapons in the game, able to mow down hordes of enemies just by holding left click. Although, stats aren't the only important thing for a weapon, and it seems what the S.D.M.G has in damage, it severely lacks in other categories. That's not to say it's bad, it's just that, compared to all the other weapons, it almost seems dull and unoriginal. Before you click off, just give me a chance to explain why I think the S.D.M.G could have been way better. By the time you get the S.D.M.G, most weapons don't have further use besides showing how dangerously overpowered you are. Or at least, it should feel that way. Think about it. When has anyone said range has the best endgame? Like they said, I love hiding like a little bitch while my friends stare death right in the eyes. No one says that. And it's not like hiding like a little bitch is wrong. Trust me, I do it all the time. Though it does confuse me why the devs didn't play into the stealth-like factor of the Ranger. Something like an ultimate sniper, or a gun strong enough to one-shot enemies, would be perfect for a class that's supposed to be a glass cannon. I just don't understand why I have to shoot multiple bullets to kill an enemy, and my friend can annihilate my entire lineage in just one swing. Like, whose bright idea was, let's change 2 numbers of the Mega Shark and call it a day? Because it seems like they got control of the whole gun section. It really hurts the Ranger class when most of the weapons do the exact same thing. This is also what makes guns like the Sniper Rifle and Xenopopper so interesting, as they do something completely different that should have been done with the S.D.M.G. If my gun's supposed to do with space, why is the only difference a name change? That's the equivalent of tattooing a Simple Truth Organic Mixed Bell Peppers barcode on yourself. It doesn't make you bell peppers, it makes you a fucking idiot. The Mark II Celebration is an amazing ranged weapon, worthy of being dropped by Moonlord and considered one of the best launchers. Though, the only reason it was created was because of how shit Celebration was. Like literally, it was so bad they had to create a whole new weapon to apologize for it. In other words, the Mark II Celebration doesn't give the excuse the Ranger has good Moonlord weapons. So now that I've made that clear, it's probably best to say that I don't think the S.D.M.G is worth being considered a final weapon. It feels like every class has a cool finishing weapon that either breaks the boundaries or requires you to go out of your way to get it, when all you have to do to get the best gun in the game is beat the final boss. I don't know, it doesn't sound very Terraria to me. Like, you're telling me this compares to this? Yeah, now you're just bullshitting me. Now you might be asking, what about mages? They don't have a new final weapon. Well, I think the Last Prism, or the dopest Pink Floyd merch as I like to call it, is way better than, I don't know, a gun that shoots really fast. Or maybe you're thinking about Summoner Moonlord weapons. In which case, stop it and pretend like they never existed. We got the Terra Prism now, just forget about them. Maybe I'm just overreacting, but there's only so much you can do to change a gun. So why did the devs limit it to be like every other ranged weapon? I mean, I'm a huge fan of the space design, but I wish they did more to make it up to par with its class counterparts. Otherwise, it just falls short when comparing it to its buddies. The progression of any game is incredibly important, determining aspects like why the wand of sparking is so trash, how the whole game is based around the melee class, why I can't beat this fucking boss, etc, etc. Using this base knowledge, anyone can determine that the S.D.M.G is unfit for the position it holds in the gun food chain. This is based on the fact that the S.D.M.G is supposed to be an upgrade of the Mega Shark, but instead of having multiple upgrades that continuously change how the gun works, you just skip multiple levels to get to a gun that's not all that different. It feels off, like it's not special or worth anything. There is no sacrifice. I didn't have to make a whole species go extinct just to get one piece of a crafting tree. I didn't have to min-max spawn rates. I didn't have to survive against the laser light show. I just get it. This is very different from my personal best gun, the Mega Shark, as even if all the items are relatively easy to get, you still get that feeling that you're forging this ultimate weapon from many parts. Personally, as much as I'm not a fan of grinding, I would prefer that they did something more akin to the Mega Shark upgrades in Calamity. That way each class would have a different way of acquiring their final weapon. I think a change like that would make it feel like the weapon is actually worth something and I work my way up to get to it. It feels like the S.D.M.G is constantly considered the best gun when it has a few things that could have been improved upon. It is often put in the top spot of guns when it doesn't even fit into its spot in the game. And while I can't change your mind about how powerful it is for the Ranger class, I can make you think about it from a different perspective. Although, I know this is just an opinion, and if you feel like discussing it further, why not drop a comment? Who knows, you might even change my mind. Until then, I will believe that the S.D.M.G is basically worthless. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, I recommend checking out my Why the Eye of Cthulhu is the Best Boss. Or, if you want something a little bit different, I recommend my Terraria mod reviews. If you really enjoyed it, then why not subscribe to see future content by me? That's it. See ya!